What's up, squad? What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Oh, y'all was in here early. I see y'all. Shout out to the squad. It's in the building. I see Mr. Woods in here. Alaka, Change Me, Sabrina. Hold on, let me scroll up to the top, see who was in here. So Fire was one of the first people in here. May have been the first. Melissa, Dr. T. Turner. Shout out to Dr. T. Turner. Melissa Burnett, Reese, Donna, Mud, Marley, Cynthia Jackson. Everybody come on in. Come on in. I know it's been a while. We got a lot to talk about. Shout out to Michelle Johnson for giving me a super chat before I was even live. Shout out to the supporters. Michelle, my namesake. Who else? Cirilla offered me some super chat. NINO WRYHT, super chat. Stephanie for you, super chat. Jinx Taylor, super chat. Oh my God, y'all are just so generous. Before I was even live, they was dropping coins in here, honey. They are making people mad. Y'all already know people gonna be hating. They're gonna be like, Michelle taking people money and ain't even talking about Michelle taking people money, they ain't even talking yet. So, what do we have to talk about today? We have so many things. I've been gone for what, 2-3 days? I can't even look. First of all, we got Nick Cannon, making what people say were anti-Semitic remarks on his radio show, got him booted from Viacom. We got Porsha Williams getting arrested, honey. I brought y'all that breaking news and y'all got mad at Josh. Josh is canceled. We got, what else we got? We got Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore's in New York City, child, visiting her estranged husband, I'm assuming. It's like a lot going on. I don't even know where to start. Hey, Charles, I see you. What's up, Nino? I appreciate y'all. Look, I had to dig out my Wild 'N Out shirt, child. I had to come on, support Nick Cannon. We're going to support Nick Cannon while 50 Cent is over there dragging Nick, honey. Look, I don't even know what Nick said. I didn't even do the research and listen to the audio because it all happened so quick. It's like he did the radio show with Professor Griff, a Public Enemy. He said what he said about, I guess, black people were the chosen ones. I don't know what he said. I'm just going off of what I read. And now, all of a sudden, it's like Nick was canceled, like off of all his jobs. And we talked about this briefly on Patreon the other day because I was liking Nick. Nick is like, and I hate to call, I hate calling like a black person like the black somebody else. But I mean, a lot of times that's in entertainment, that's how it goes. We were talking about like Angela Bassett, how a lot of people always refer to her as like the black Meryl Streep, even though she's a lot more, her training is, equitable to Meryl Streep, and she should be getting paid what Meryl Streep gets paid, but she doesn't. But Nick, to me, is like the black Ryan Seacrest. Ryan Seacrest is everywhere. He's on every job. He's on every show. He's on the morning show, the night show, the noon show. He's hosting all the shows. And that's the same thing Nick is. And you got to give the man his props. Nick has been out there. He's been working. He's been grinding. He's been creating shows for all these different networks. And, he is something to be admired. And in the midst of doing all that, Nick also protests. He also protests. So, when Nick goes on his radio show, I mean, I'm assuming, it's outside the realm of, all of his other jobs. This is like his passion project. He talks about things that are important to him. And apparently, that's not, look, when you getting checks from other people, sometimes you gotta, monitor what you say, because there are clauses, there are fine prints that you may not know that you are breaking until you break them. Well, Nick broke some fine prints and Viacom booted him from everything. Now, one thing that I found interesting is In the days that follow all the things that were going on, Viacom, CBS booted him from everything. Then they were saying he might lose his job on The Masked Singer. He might lose it. He might lose that. But Nick eventually, after, writing this long diatribe and the first demanding an apology, he finally wrote an apology. He wrote an apology. To about a day after. Let me read it, y'all. Let me just go ahead and read. Cannon posted an apology a day after Viacom CBS terminated a long-term relationship it had with the star, which included the long-running sketch comedy series Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out. Viacom CBS made the move following an exchange between Cannon and former Public Enemy member Professor Griff on the June 30th episode of Cannon's podcast, Cannon's Class. At one point, Cannon said Black people are the true Hebrews and talked about anti-Semitic conspiracy theories involving the Rothschild family. Now, one of the quotes in the podcast to which was so controversial was, "It's never hate speech. You can't be anti-Semitic when we are the Semitic people," Cannon said on the podcast. "When we are the same people who they want to be, that's our birthright. We are the true Hebrews." So after he said that, a lot of Jewish people were like, they were really upset. They felt like, if a white person had said that about a Black person, it would have been a different conversation. So they felt like, in my opinion, it was almost like they were just waiting on an opportunity to cancel Nick. Nick got too much power. Nick got too many shows. Nick got too much going on. So anyway, despite all that, he posted an apology on Wednesday, which was yesterday, stating that how he felt ashamed for those statements. Cannon is said to have been meeting with a lot of Jewish leaders in light of the controversy. And in his statement, he said, "First and foremost, I extend my deepest and most sincere apologies to my Jewish sisters and brothers for the hurtful and divisive words that came out of my mouth during my interview with Richard Griffin. They reinforced the worst stereotypes of a proud and magnificent people, and I feel ashamed of the uninformed and naive place that these words came from." So he also removed the video. As you can see, when I first logged on, I was looking for the video. I found it. I don't know if y'all want to listen to it, but it is what it is. I don't know if I want to listen to it right now either. But he also said, while the Jewish experience encompasses more than 5,000 years, and there is so much I have yet to learn, I have had at least a minor history lesson over the past few days, and to say that it is eye-opening would be a vast understatement. I want to express my gratitude to the rabbis, community leaders, and institutions who reached out to me to help enlighten me instead of chastising me. I want to assure my Jewish friends, new and old, that this is only the beginning of my education. I am committed to deeper connections, more profound learning, and strengthening the bond between our two cultures today and every day going forward. Now, it seems that his apologies at least was okay for, Fox, because Fox top-rated reality competition series, The Masked Singer, confirmed on Wednesday that Cannon could keep his job over there. They said, we good, we not gonna do nothing, after his apology. Now, what's interesting is that Viacom CBS is over Wild 'N Out. As you know, Nick had also posted that, he was demanding control of his Wild 'N Out brand, because if they fire him, they can move on with the brand because it is theirs. Another thing that we were talking about on Patreon, shout out to my Patreon people in the building, that I found interesting is that apparently MTV or somebody had trademarked Wild 'N Out like 2 years ago. And look, it's another one of those situations like the Queen's Court, somebody trademarked it and the owner didn't trademark it. Now Nick is demanding ownership of his intellectual property, even though he did not trademark, MTV did. Now it's like, well, Nick, Nick, what was going on in your mind that you didn't protect your interests? Was you just blinded by the checks? Was you blinded by the contracts every year because he was in such, a good spot with everyone? I'm sure he never saw this coming. Look, the show been on what, 10 years, 12 years, and nobody thought to trademark the thing until 2 years ago, and now MTV has control of it. So he's demanding control of it. But I don't know if they're going to be still in talks after this apology. I'm assuming that's one of the reasons why he made this apology, because when you walk away from your baby, something you created, I couldn't see myself walking away from straight from the A. I could not. And to think, like, if MTV holds that trademark, they can, like, boot Nick, bring whoever they want to host it, some corny whoever, put whoever they want on it, and this creation that he has curated all of these years is now, theirs to do with as they please. It is so crazy. It is crazy, but hopefully, things will work out. Things will work out for Nick Cannon. Meanwhile, 50 Cent. Hold on, let me put this in here real quick. 50 Cent. Y'all know 50 Cent is trolling, honey. 50 Cent been dragging Nick about his, losing his job. Hold on. What did he say? Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Oh, here it is, right here. 50 Cent went on Instagram, as he often does, and he posted this on his Instagram and said, he added Michael Blackson. He posted Michael Blackson on Wild 'N Out. He said, sign the fucking contract, let go. I ain't got all day, and shit better be funny. Brands on cognac, Leach Demore, whatever. And so Nick Candy responded, haha, it be your own people. Feels like when Los Angeles Confidential came in and took over G Unit. Damn, homie, in high school you was the man, homie. So Nick and 50 are going back and forth on the Instagrams because 50 was trying to be funny. Look, let me see. It's a fifth Instagram account. 50 jokingly posted a picture of comedian Michael Blackson and said he has a new show starring him called Out Wild instead of Wild 'N Out. So 50 must know about that trademark issue. 50 shady. 50 is real shady. But again, I digress. You said 50 need to shut the hell up. He always got something to say. He always got something to say, child. Now, hold on. Now, you already know Porsha Williams was arrested. We talked about Porsha. We showed her mugshot. Where is Porsha mugshot? Let me put it up here. Porsha Williams. Oh, Porsha made her mugshot, her profile picture on Instagram now. She got her little street she got her street cred now, so you can't tell Porsha nothing. She probably gonna put it on a t-shirt like her big sister Nene did, but I digress. So Porsha, here's her mugshot right here. Hold on, where'd it go? Stuff just be disappearing on my computer, child. Okay, so here's her mugshot right here. And Porsha, let me make that big for y'all. Porsha, she didn't look too pleased. She did not look too pleased when, she got arrested. She didn't stay, too long, but she has now spoken out. She's now broken her silence after being arrested. She hit her Instagram earlier today and shared a few details. She said, that she was going to be on MSNBC talking about justice for Breonna Taylor. Now, if you didn't know, Porsha was arrested alongside Tamika Mallory and Yandy Smith earlier this week. She has also shared like several images of them together saying, we are marching for justice. A lot of people were skeptical. A lot of people seem to feel like, Bravo about to start filming. Is this a made for TV situation? Now, another thing, somebody, yes, okay, and I wasn't gonna bring that up, but I'll just go ahead since you brought it up, Isaiah. Is this tattoo? Where is this tattoo coming from on her neck? That Porsha is really embracing her thug life. Like she got a whole tattoo. Let me find it. Hold on. I know it's in my little screenshot. She got a whole tattoo on her neck. Y'all see that tattoo? What is going? Is that a real tattoo? Is that a fake tattoo? What is going on with Porsha and this tattoo? Now, is henna okay? Look, I don't know. I am asking the question, Cherry. Is it henna or is it not? How y'all know it's henna? Did she say it's henna? Was she on vacation? Got her a henna tattoo? Okay, everybody say it's henna. It's henna. Look, I'm the one who had. Look, I don't pay attention to Porsha neck. I've never seen it before, and I was just wondering where did it come from? Because all of a sudden she got this mugshot with this tattoo on her neck, and it's like it was the perfect time, wasn't it, for her to get this tattoo? But I digress. Now, Porsha was on MSNBC earlier. She shared it on her Instagram account, and I want to, we can look at a little bit of it. Let's see what Porsha was talking about on MSNBC today. Hold on, let me put it in here. Porsha for real. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Hold on. Make sure the audio is on. Bam.
Developing news in the investigation into Breonna Taylor's killing by police. New today, the Louisville mayor will be investigated for his handling of the case. The Louisville City Council releasing a press release saying that they will be investigating, quote, the action and inaction of the Fisher administration. This news coming a month after attorneys for Breonna Taylor's family accused the mayor and the police department of withholding information to cover up the truth. This week marks 4 months.
Hold on, y'all. I want to show the bigger version. She got the small version on her Instagram. I want to show the bigger version. Hold on. I'll make it big for y'all. Hold on. Okay. Bam. There it is.
Breonna Taylor's killing by police. New today, the Louisville mayor will be investigated for his handling of the case. The Louisville City Council releasing a press release saying that they will be investigating, quote, the action and inaction of the Fisher administration. This news coming a month after attorneys for Breonna Taylor's family accused the mayor and the police department of withholding information to cover up the truth. This week marks 4 months since she was fatally shot inside her own home 8 times after police used a no-knock warrant to gain access to her apartment. And there have been 0 charges. 1 officer, though, has been fired from the police department. Protesters continue to fill the streets in Louisville, Kentucky, in fact, marching for racial justice, not just there, but across the country, all of them demanding charges in the case of Breonna Taylor. Hundreds gathered at the Attorney General's house in Louisville demanding action. 87 of those protesters, believe it or not, were charged with disorderly conduct and trespassing. One of those arrested protesters joins me now, Porsha Williams, star of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Porsha, great to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us. First of all, yeah, tell me a little bit about your decision to join the protest and subsequently your arrest and release.
Well, I decided to join the protest because just like many Americans, feel it's just a complete injustice for it to now be 125 days that we are waiting on justice for precious Breonna Taylor's life. And for me, love is an action word. So I can't just sit at home, post on Instagram, etc., and feel like I'm doing something to help this push forward. This entire situation needs to be escalated to the next level. And for me, whatever it takes to make that happen, I will happily be a part of that. I happily sacrifice myself in my freedom in that moment to raise awareness for Breonna Taylor. Just because it's not in the media, media, just because, you know, you're not seeing it on social media as much as you were before. Her life matters more than ever now. If we don't seek justice for her, if she never receives justice, that's an injustice to all of us, African Americans, all humans. So at this point, you know, I'm infuriated. I actually would love this to go to the Supreme Court. I don't believe that Louisville is investigating this properly. It's completely botched. And so I am definitely here to use my voice, my platform, my very body and being to seek justice for this beautiful African-American queen.
Tell me a little bit about the experience that you had with Breonna Taylor's mother, a woman who I've had a chance to speak with on the air here. I know that you posted about spending some time with her. Talk to us about that experience, what you told her, what she told you.
You know, Breonna Taylor's mother is a very strong spirit. I only was able to meet her briefly. She actually sat outside of the jail and waited on all of Until Freedom, the organization I was with, until we got out. And when we got out and I gave her a hug, I could feel her strength. I could feel her being thankful that we were out there trying to give her daughter a voice, making sure her case gets the justice, making sure that these cops are being arrested for the murder. She is a very strong person and I admire her, and I definitely want to, you know, admonish everybody to continue to pray for her, and hopefully I'll be able to have other conversation with her in order to bring more light to Breonna Taylor's case.
Porsha, tell us a little bit about what you plan to do now for this case. Obviously, you said love is an action word. You went to those protests. Protesters were arrested. But where do you see the public pressure campaign against officials in Louisville for some kind of action against these police officers?
I do think it's a start in that they're investigating Greg Fisher. You know, I think that it is incredibly negligent for any of them to be able to lie down comfortably and sleep in their homes while Breonna Taylor wasn't afforded that right. And nothing has been done. You know, when we were actually jailed, there was a statement put out by their attorney general, Daniel, basically saying he's been investigating, etc. We all know from the facts that have been put out here in the public that this investigation was completely so it has to be escalated to the next place. The number one concern for me is the fact that they're investigating themselves. That cannot be the place. That cannot take place at this moment. Me just being in their precinct, they're all friends. They're buddies. So if you listen to the investigation tapes as the interviewer is interviewing the police officers, she's actually putting words in their mouth. That's a known tactic to help their own. And, you know, this is a good old boys club. We are at this moment in Black Lives Matter trying to dismantle white supremacy within our police system and the entire system. So yes, we absolutely need an outside group to come in and investigate this. They cannot police themselves.
Yeah, so just to pick up on that, you don't believe that the officials in Kentucky, in Louisville right now, could credibly investigate what happened to Breonna Taylor? You think, at least from what you've seen and learned so far about this case, there is some kind of, not maybe intentionally or not, but a cover-up of what actually happened?
There's absolutely a cover-up. When you turn around and you create Breonna's law banning no-knock warrants, but yet the cops are lying and saying that they actually did alert her when they entered into her home, that is not true. They actually said that they thought drugs were being mailed to her home. Well, but there is a complete statement from their mailing system who actually said that that is not true. They have not had anything being shipped to her house, you know, in such a number that they felt they needed to alert anybody. So there are so many different things that are wrong in this case and so many different levels of cover up that we as a people demand that there be an outside investigation. I personally demand that the Supreme Court please step in and create justice. Listen, if she does not get justice, you have to know that the unrest that we are living in now is only going to get worse. And I do believe that our country wants to. I would pray that they would want to make sure that everybody feels like equal humans on this earth. The fight against racism is not just against black or white. We're fighting for humanity. People are out here being treated as if they're not even human. So if anybody loves America, if you love your fellow brother and sister, no matter the color, I would ask you to use your voice to help push this case to the next level for Breonna Taylor.
Porsha Williams, we appreciate you lending your voice to our program tonight. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSN.
Subscribe to our
YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world. Well, I mean, I got to give Porsha her props. I mean, she is very outspoken. She is speaking her truth, and she is, she is the one to do it. She has the largest platform of anybody that was out here. So I can't hate on that. I can't hate on that. Salute to Porsha for being on the front lines. Everybody ain't able. And honestly, I hope Bravo did get it, because we need to see this. We need to see this part of Porsha. We need to see this part of activism. We need to see it. We need to get it out. And I appreciate her for it. You said you pray all 29 people get the charges dropped. Was it 29? They said 87. Didn't they say 80 something on MSNBC? It was a lot of people out there. But again, you know what I'm about to say. I digress. I appreciate Porsha. Salute to Porsha and Dennis for being in Kentucky. Dennis was out there too, but I don't know why Dennis didn't get arrested. That was kind of odd for me personally, is that, he was sitting there on the ground as she was being arrested. Now, I don't know what Porsha was doing different. Maybe she, went a little bit over the property line or whatever the case may be. But let me see what these charges was. Hold on a second. Let me see. Porsha Williams charges. Kentucky. Let me see what his charges was. Yeah, it was 87 protesters. They were sitting in front of the attorney general. Hold on. What were the charges? I saw them earlier. Who is this on my phone? Hold on. The protesters were charged with a felony because officers heard them chanting that if they didn't get what they want, they would burn it down. Wow. Louisville police said Wednesday afternoon in an email statement referring to Cameron's house. That was deemed an attempt to intimidate, persuade, or influence the attorney general's decision. I mean, they are trying to influence his decision. That's the point. The Jefferson County Commonwealth Attorney's Office was not consulted about the filing of the felony charges. Spokesman Jeff Cook said on Wednesday. Cook said a judge at the county's district court level will decide if there is a probable cause to move the felony charge to a grand jury. If the grand jury indicts on the charge, the Commonwealth's attorney will then assume responsibility for the prosecution. The protesters were also each charged with disorderly conduct and criminal trespassing, both misdemeanors. Cameron said the protest won't bring justice and only serves to further division and tension within our community. Yeah, right. From the beginning, our office has set out to do its job to fully investigate the event, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, we still waiting for justice. He's still sitting on his hands, and the protests will continue. Now, hold on. Let me get it. Hold on. What is going on in here? What is going on? Facebook. Look, I just put somebody in there. I just put block somebody because y'all over on Facebook acting up. Hold on. Let me block some of these people. Hold on. I love to block people now. You said you feel like Porsha wants to pick up the mantle and fight for justice the way her grandfather did. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It is nothing wrong with that. A felony. I hope the charges get reduced. I hope so too. Porsha didn't look pregnant. Why y'all keep saying Porsha pregnant? Is she pregnant? Is that what the rumor is this week? That Porsha is pregnant? There are a lot of rumors going around. There are a lot of rumors. We really do, Michelle, and stop playing the negative part of Black people's display all the time. I do not only play the negative, Cirilla. I come here for commentary, good, bad, or indifferent. Some people may not like what I have to say, but I have the right to say it just as you do. We all do not have to agree. That is it. She's not pregnant. Okay, Mr. Woods. The incident report in this case wasn't even filled out. It just had her name on it. The rest of it was blank. Interesting. Well, y'all giving me the tea, honey. Porsha been pregnant ever since she had blood. That's what the people keep saying. They're trying to put it out there. I understand, but people make light of our own people. We're not making light of anything, Gail. I promise you, I'm not. That is the reason why I chose my platform 12 years ago to talk about people of color, Black people, African American celebrities, is because I feel like not enough people were talking about them. So my thing is, whether I talk about them good, bad, or indifferent, it's a good thing because it continues the conversation. Period. But anyway, let me continue. So, look, speaking of rumors, now we have Kenya Moore. Y'all know Kenya Moore. Y'all remember Kenya Moore? Y'all heard of her? Well, Kenya is was apparently at least 2 days ago. She was in New York. You can see the skyline. She said she is always on top. I don't know what that means, but apparently she is in New York at a hotel somewhere in New York, visiting her estranged husband, who she allegedly has not seen in about 4 or 5 months throughout the duration of the quarantine. Now, as many of you have pointed out, Marc and baby Brooklyn, was in a hotel bed. Hold on, is this it? Let me see if this is it. Was in the hotel as he read baby Brooklyn some nighttime stories. And, it was posted on Brooklyn Daily's page, where Brooklyn Daily said, I take my books very seriously, but this book, Little Black Girl, the book is amazing. Thank you, Daddy, for reading it to me. Both of these pictures were posted on the same day, which has many speculating that perhaps they were together. If they were together, okay. I mean, I just feel like, it's a good thing that Marc is being an active parent. You said, why in a hotel, not at home? I don't know. Maybe they are at home. I don't know. I'm just making assumptions. Don't judge me. I just make assumptions. But, there's also been rumors, that, Kenya said Marc wasn't going to film, but then other people are saying that Marc is going to film. I, personally, I have to see it to believe it, because Kenya is so wishy-washy these days. She's been on several news outlets saying that, the person who's going to be alongside her is going to be Brandon. She said that to all of the Hearst communication people when she did their interview. We talked about that in a previous video. And so, I don't know what's going on with Kenya, honey. Nobody knows what's going on with Kenya. You said Kenya took that pic. Okay. Y'all so funny. But when did she take it? That's the question. When did she take it? What's going on with filming? Well, I heard they were supposed to start filming at the end of the month. Actually, this coming week. I don't know that they filmed or not. That's been rumors that they are filming, or that they plan to film something. I don't know how it's going to go. I've heard rumors that, all of the staff, all of the production staff has to, submit to COVID testing at least once a week. I've heard all kinds of rumors, but I don't have any solid dates right now. Only thing I've heard is the same thing that I've always heard. Also, as far as new housewives are concerned, I've heard there aren't any, that they were going to hire the same people, same friends. Besides Eva being gone, NINO is still in negotiations. As far as I've heard, I haven't heard if anything has been solidified on that end yet. But that is everything I've heard. Now, when I hear something concrete, of course, I'm going to come here with breaking news and be like, well, this happened and they were spotted filming here. And so, I got my ear to the street. I have my ear to the street as always. You said another boring season. Well, I mean, my thing is, I feel like, the Atlanta mayor has said we going back to stage 1. And when it comes to, the quarantine and fighting COVID, even though the governor is fighting her and saying that he's not going to require masks and he's not going to require people to close and all of that. So now it's like a tug of war between the governor and the mayor. And in the meantime, you got some people wanting to go to work, some people preferring to stay home, some people, it's just an interesting dynamic. So when it comes to shows like the Real Housewives and anybody else filming, they just need to be real careful, because it's a liability issue at that point. Like, why would you put all of these people at risk when people are saying that the risks are greater? I mean, just my opinion. You say y'all gonna love this season. Okay, Freddie. Okay. Anywho, if y'all would like to call in, y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. I want to hear what y'all have to say. I have put the link in the chat. The rule for today is if I'm on camera, you on camera. Let's, we on Patreon. It's okay to be off camera. Over here, activate that camera. I'm telling y'all need to activate that camera. Okay. I know y'all cute. It's all good. Hey, hold on. Let me see. You said we only see a snippet of their lives. Exactly. Only a snippet. Ken needs to take a break from the mode. Y'all are so shady. Why is Cynthia filming? Y'all are tired of her. Why y'all tired of her? What does Cynthia do? Cynthia says she got tested. Okay. It's about time. Nene has ad with her new show. Okay. Hold on. You got a few.
I'm up first. Hello.
I should have announced you. I'm sorry. I was just
okay.
Hey, Mr. Woods, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
I just want to come on here early because I'm tired tonight, so I ain't gonna be on here late. But you know what I wanted to say? I'm gonna try to touch on all of them all in the same breath. First of all, Porsha, I feel like everybody needs to go on and just give Porsha her props. Like, if you sit up, she's on MSNBC, a huge platform, talking about social injustice. This girl has put her life at risk since all of this started, and she has not stopped since, we all been under duress, like she was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's huge for her. Like, a lot of people, I'm not trying to throw no shade towards nobody else, but a lot of these other people have not been using their platform at all. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing bits and pieces, but she's been the only one. Then she's not taking bad booty shots like Kenya is. Like, she's not doing that. Kenya
I didn't like that none of the housewives and none of them really support her when she got locked up. It seemed like they would have been like free Porsha or saying something. Like, I haven't seen them really dive in and say, be really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody has said anything. Like, you would think that, Candy or Marlo, all of them, because when Marlo did her PSA and had all of them included in that was a powerful thing. But you haven't heard them really say, hey, we rally behind you, Porsha, or anything like that. You feel what I'm saying? It's kind of like they standing clear of it. So with that, I felt I'm all kudos to Porsha. I'm team Porsha all day, every day. Bump what people talking about. She don't know how to talk. A lot of us don't know how to talk. So get over it. But she doing her thing.
She did great.
So as far as Kenya is concerned, I feel like Kenya is trolling. Like, she's picking up on these other tactics like everybody else, like a 50 Cent. She posts these little pictures. She's dropped her little shade. She talked to the blogs, all this whole type of stuff. Like, I don't even follow any of them, but it's just kind of like, it's always a mystery. So I feel like it's gonna be the same storyline, and then she's gonna get called on that. So that's just my take on that. And then as far as Nick Cannon goes, to be honest with you, Michelle, and everybody on here, I would have never apologized for that, because they have yet to apologize to us. If you think about just the trend with all these different people, and then not to bring him up. Actually, I am going to bring him up because I don't care, about it. Think about how they did Bill Cosby. Think about how they did him whenever he was going to buy NBC and stuff like that. This is a long history of how whenever Black men get to a certain level in the media, they get knocked back down. Think about how that's why Diddy started Revolt TV. And there was another guy, I can't remember his name, that was going to bat because a lot of these major networks didn't even want to put his shows on their network. I can't think of his name. I'm gonna look it up. But I think Byron Scott, I think his name, or something like that. So so it's like, Nick Cannon, he's gonna bounce back, but it's like I hate to say it, but he's being a whipping boy. Like, they're just making a mockery out of him. They're making an example, just like they make an example out of all of us. So, I would have never apologized, but that's all I have to say for tonight. So,
well, thank you so much, Mr. Woods. You brought it. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go back in the chat for a little bit. Michelle, by the way, your hair looks good, girl.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
You're welcome.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Hold on, y'all. Shout out to Chuck. Chuck, you next, Chuck. Hold on. He should not have apologized. That apology came really, really quick. Right, Byron Allen. I'm sorry. I said we both said Byron Scott. You right, Byron Allen. Thank you so much, Gina Ross. Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Michelle. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty good. I missed you the last few times you've been live.
Oh, right. I've been like in and out, in and out.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about all the things real quick too, because I gotta go to bed. My therapist has me on a go to bed because I sleep like a rich person. I sleep like Nene, but I have a Sheree bank account. So I'm trying to get on a better schedule here.
That's how I am. It's like I'm up all night and sleep all day. And by the time I wake up, I'll be like, oh my God, I missed the whole day. But yeah, I got to be better about that too.
So first I'll start off with Kenya. I live in New York City, and the city basically smells like urine. And there was a foul smell in the air. So I knew she was in town. I don't like her. Oh, that's just a joke. I'm sorry. It was a bad joke. I don't like her. But I don't know how she could just come into the city, though, because they put out strict restrictions. People from certain states can't come here. They have to go into a strict quarantine for 14 days. Now, I don't know what the rules are, but I know Georgia is one of the states.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
Yeah, so I don't know if she'd be allowed just to go with her husband and baby into a hotel and just be lounging around the hotel. I don't really think that would be like that. So I have a feeling something's not right about like everything with Kenya. Something's not right about what.
Yeah, because it's always like a random ass picture that we don't have a story to, and it's like we got this picture of her, and then we got a picture of Marc with the baby, and we don't know when this picture was taken. It could have been taken months ago. You know what I mean? Like
it's always there's always something off with Kenya. I really have a dislike for her. I hope I didn't offend anybody with that joke, but
it's all
I just don't like it.
We got thick skin.
With Porsha, I will say this. I really admire Porsha. She has been stepping up since day one of this uprising. I mean, she has just been out there protesting, posting, encouraging people. I admire her so much. I wish I could do more. I have some physical limitations. So I tried to go to one protest here in the Bronx, and I thought it was just going to be a gathering at a school. It turned out to be a 4-mile walk. So I ended up going to Popeyes and getting an Uber coming home because I can't do a 4-mile walk. I'm going to need Kim's scooter to do that. So I just ended up coming home. But I really admire her because I wish I could do more. I mean, I try to speak out. I sign petitions. I call. I make phone calls when people post numbers and stuff. But, I wish I could be out there like Porsha. I really admire her.
Yeah, she's doing a good job. She's doing a really good job.
I love her. And, if they're going to use it as a storyline, and even if she's doing it for a storyline, good for her. Think of how many of them have done storylines with such frivolous, stupid things.
Right.
I can't think of a better storyline than to keep this front and center and having people talk about it and being it up front. I think that's a great idea. I hope it's the major storyline of the season. That would just be awesome. So that's my opinion on Porsha. I just think she's awesome. As far as Nick Cannon, I hope nobody turns on me here. I didn't really listen to what he said, so I can't speak to whether or not what he said was offensive or not. I will say this, and this is just my opinion. Anti-Semitism is a real thing, and I personally see Jews as a minority in a lot of senses. Just in my personal opinion. And if you know history or if you follow history, they have been oppressed themselves. I don't compare them to any other group. I would never go down that road. So I don't really know what he said. I don't really know what he's talking about. So I can't speak to what he said. But I will say this: anti-Semitism is a real thing. The articles I read, they compared what he said to the ideology of the Nazis. Oh, wow. I don't know if that's true or not. So I'm not saying that. But I will say this: people have to remember, this is something we have to remember as regular people, and celebrities have to remember. We have freedom of speech, but you do not have freedom of consequence. So anything you say, you can lose your job, you can lose your livelihood, you can lose your followers, you can lose stuff.
Sponsorship. You can, that's what I always say. Freedom of speech isn't free. Like you have to be able to stand behind what you say.
You have to be careful. Now, that said, and I had this debate with my friend on the phone who happens to be Jewish today. I'm not really about cancel culture. I think that even without his apology, I think the Viacom thing was enough. I'm glad that Fox let him keep his job, because how much can you punish somebody? You know, you can't beat somebody down. He just because he said, even if what he said is anti-Semitic, he doesn't deserve to lose his entire life. I mean, come on, there's got to be limits, you know, because how many people have gotten away with saying racist things against blacks, against other people who said, Mel Gibson said anti-Semitic things, and he's still making movies. I mean,
Right.
So, I mean, there's got to be limits. So I'm glad he got to keep his job. If he has a case against Viacom, I wish him the best of luck. I hope he gets his money. I hope he gets his name back, you know. But I do think him, you know, and whether he, you know, one thing my friend said today, and this is the last point I want to make, is that, you know, his apology, I don't care. His apology, as apologies goes for celebrity, was awesome, right? Whether he meant it or not, whether a publicist wrote it or not, I don't care. You know, I'm not worried about what he's thinking deep inside. If Nick Cannon wants to go home every day and dance around his house saying, I hate Jewish people, more power to him. I'm only concerned on what he's going to do from here on in outside in the world. We can't concern ourselves with what people are doing, you know, inside their head or inside their homes. You know, we just got to make sure they respect us in our face, in business, in day-to-day life. You know, if we start worrying about what people are thinking inside their head, we're never going to end racism and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making making any sense.
You're making plenty of sense, Chuck. Yeah.
You know, so that's what I'm saying about Nick. You know, and I've never been a big fan, but I don't dislike him either. So I wish him well. I'm glad they let him keep his job. And you know, everybody's right. He probably didn't write that apology, but you know, I don't really get behind celebrities' apologies, but his apology was awesome. You know, I'm not even Jewish. I accept it.
Right.
I accept his apology. I mean, it was.
And my thing is, as long as you open to education, and the same thing with people who say, you know, racist rhetoric. Like some people honestly have not been taught that certain things are inappropriate or wrong. That is true. You know, if you're open to listening and learning and growing, which he said he is, like you said, the apology was amazing. I'm open to sitting with rabbis. I'm open to a history lesson. I'm open to this. And so my thing is, we as Black people, it's the same thing. When we encounter people who say racist stuff, call us monkeys and whatever else, it's like we need to teach them what the history is behind that and why it's so offensive, because some people really don't know.
Because he might not even understand what he said. He might not understand why what he said might be anti-Semitic, you know? So maybe if he learns, maybe he'll then understand. Maybe it will turn out to be a genuine apology, you know? And as a gay person, I always tell people, if I don't give people the chance to evolve or change, I would have no friends and family. You know, most people start out with a bad opinion about gay people. I have to allow people to evolve and change and change their mind. And I think anybody who's a minority or anybody who is I don't even know what to call us, like anybody who's an attacked group, you got to give people a chance to evolve, because some people are just ignorant. Not all ignorance, not all prejudice comes from hate. Right. It does come from ignorance. Right. So that's all for me tonight. I love you, Michelle. Thank you. I plan to buy one of your shirts. I saw you have them for big people. Yeah, so I'm gonna buy one.
They go all the way up. You want to wear a big shirt dress? It goes all the way up to like 4, 5X.
Girl, I think 3 or 4X is not gonna be a dress. It's probably gonna be a muscle shirt on me. So.
Me too in this quarantine. Anyway.
But anyway,
Chuck, I appreciate it.
You have a great night. Everybody, good night, because I'm going to bed.
Thank you, Chuck.
Bye.
Bye. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Marginalized, right? We was looking at that. I was bringing up that in my head. Nina, hold on, Nina. I had to turn down or close your other window that has YouTube in it because you echoing. You had 2 windows open. Close the window that has YouTube. Whatever you watching me on, close that and just be on the phone.
Now can you see me?
Okay, now you're good. Okay, now you're good. Are you still echoing?
Well, first are you still echoing? I still am?
Mm-hmm. You look cute though.
Oh, I don't know. You look cute though. Well, I'm trying to.
Are you on
to my lip gloss? Are you on the
Hold on, I'm gonna put you on the back end. Try to close all the windows that you have me on. Reese is in the building. Hey, Reese.
Hey, Michelle. I love the hair. I love the accessories.
I love the
They're
glasses.
very cute.
I see you. You in there home with your sunglasses on. I see you.
It's because I got sleep eyes. Well, panda eyes, actually. That's the terminology. So let's cover Ken. I'm over Ken. I'm over Ken and the photo ops. I'm over Ken using Baby Brooklyn. I'm over Ken pushing the storyline. Like at some point, you gotta just let it go. Like I don't even think Ken and Marc was in the same place. I believe it was one of those, all right, I'm gonna spend, 16 hours with my child. And so the babysitter, the nanny, the best friend, somebody took the picture on her behalf so that she could have it. And it's yeah, it's obvious. Come on. You haven't seen me for months and it's not all three of us in the bed taking a selfie. Come on. That was a straight up photo op. And we know it. We know it. It's okay.
Yeah.
I think someone said earlier in the chat that she was in Jersey, and I do believe she was in Jersey because of the view of her looking over the city. So yeah, because New York is still on the heavy quarantine once you come in from I think they had a list of 19 states. So yeah, so she's probably in Jersey. Who was next? Let's talk about Nick.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Nick became the target because of his free thinking. And someone said it in one of their blogs that Nick has formulated himself to be such a powerhouse. I don't know how many people follow him, but he just finished his undergrad degree. Now, for him to be a millionaire and then double down and say, all right, I'm going to go to school, that's a great accomplishment. On top of the fact that Nick has created a platform where so many people of color have branched off and become entrepreneurs, but successfully done so on so many different levels. On top of the fact that he's not racist. Nick embraces just about everybody, I think, that falls under any umbrella. If anybody watches Wild 'N Out, they would see it. He's had Jewish people. He's had gay people. He's had just the whole diaspora of who people are, because his whole momentum is we can come here and bond it just by having jokes. It doesn't have to be, you know what I'm saying? Some people do it through music. He does it through his platform of jokes. On top of the fact that I don't know, when he got fired from NBC, that was one of the reasons why they fired him from America's Got Talent, because he said he wasn't going to apologize for a joke that he made on Wild 'N Out that they found offensive. So now at this point, they're just looking for anything. They were headhunting. And so when this popped up, it was like, yes, we finally got him. So we're going to make our move. Now, the catch-22 is, I think this is where the movement really counts, because I think it's this moment. They made their move. I think the whole Black culture should make our move, because the truth and the fact is Nick was the one that's bringing ratings to the network in that time slot. Take Wild 'N Out. I don't want to see anybody else. I'm sorry for the culture. They moved Nick. We all should just move. Call that a dead. They did it to the Game. I don't know if you remember the show The Game, when they try to flip up the cast and that crashed. We gotta support. We gotta support what it is. If it's Nick did it, Nick has done it. He moved from MTV to VH1. Let's go. They mess with Nick. They mess with us. We just shutting it down. He can rebrand it, rename it, and like he just started doing arenas with Wild 'N Out. Do you know how lucrative arenas are? Like, come on, and then you're gonna cut him from that,
right?
It's just it's
that's
not.
How I felt. I like he is too accessible, like all encompassing. When you think of Nick Cannon is on everything. You know what I'm saying? And like one slip, I felt like they were just waiting for him to make a mistake.
Yeah, he had a bullseye.
Yeah.
Yep, he had a bullseye. But also he's a free thinker. I don't know if you were there after Nipsey died and he said he was going to take up the mantle to bring the documentary that Nipsey was working on. Like, there's a lot of things that Nick is working on in the background that many of the other people wouldn't necessarily agree with. And I think they were watching him from the side and they were building their case against him. And so, like I said, this one opportunity gave them their opportunity to make a move, but I don't think they realize that it's a wrong move, wrong climate to make that move.
Right.
Like, we're talking about change and 100 million for 10 years here, and all these companies invested to do a change, and you're telling me he makes a mistake or an error and you just chop him off in this climate? Come on. Like, we are definitely seeing through the nonsense. But yeah, I just called in to talk about Ken and Nick.
What do you think about him not really owning Wild Now? Like, aren't you surprised?
Not only am I surprised, I am flabbergasted because of the fact that he started up so many businesses to the point that he should know better. I think he got complacent and a little comfortable. And so that was a major oversight. But on that note, I think his chess move of making that demand and making it public was a good move, because here's the thing. Now it leaves the room for negotiations to happen about the fact that he was the brain. He was the brain behind the idea, moving out, even if he has to separate his residuals. Like, there is no way he should walk away without getting residual checks on merchandise, on platform, on network. He should be able to negotiate what walking away looks like.
You can't negotiate when they booting you. You can't negotiate after.
Nah, that's not true. That's not true. How many husbands get up and be like, I don't want to be married anymore?
Yeah, but you don't renegotiate the prenup after you married.
You can. There's some amendments. There is some amendments. You can, depending on what state you're in, what wealth was made afterward, what sacrifices. There's loopholes. Okay. And if he has a team that he's supposed to have, they should be able to find him those loopholes so he doesn't walk away with nothing.
Yeah.
At this point, he should really have his feet planted and just go for the bat. Like, listen, at this point, he has nothing to lose. That's how I see it. Yeah. He has nothing to lose. They have publicly disowned him. So now let's go. We ready. The culture is ready. Like, listen, outside of 50 and his foolishness, because he just don't have a life. Yeah, we ready. No, 50 ain't got a life.
Everybody, I'm like,
really? Like, he started the week with Will Smith, and you ending the week with Nick. Like, you bored. Like, you know that TikTok board in the house? I'm in the house board. That's 50. They should put that song to his face and play it just on a loop, because he's a mess. He is a mess. Talking about black woman angry. He ain't got nothing to do. He bored. He need to go. He need to go on an excursion and just be gone for a little bit, a little bit. Yeah, but thank you very much for taking my call. And I love the whole get up, like the wilding out, the red glasses, the hair. You on fleek right now. You on fleek. I can't wait till my shirt comes. I'm just gonna dress up.
I can't either. You better take a picture.
I will, definitely will. I'm so hype about it. It got shipped today.
Oh, cool. All right. Thank you, Reese. I appreciate it.
All right, I'll go back in the chat.
All right. Hold on. Aisha, the rule was to be on camera, Aisha. Hold on. Let me see if you back. Let me see. Did you say anything in the back? You didn't say nothing in the back. Say something in the back so I know you're a real person, because I don't know. I'm scared. Hold on. If I add you to the stream, I'm gonna have to be in the front. Hold on, Aisha. Hey, Aisha, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, why you don't want to be on camera, Aisha?
Girl, this is not the time to be on camera. No, the devil is alive.
Together. Y'all be wanting me to be on camera. When I'm not on camera, people be complaining. So I be feeling
I don't mind.
Okay.
Do what you gotta do at times. As long as we can hear your voice, I am okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what you want to talk about today?
Well, to talk about Porsha, I'm proud of her.
Okay.
I'm very proud of Porsha, because it's nice to see that, she is following into her grandfather's footsteps and doing that. That's always been in her, and I think it might just took a minute just to bring it back to her, you know, that this is what you are here to do.
Mhm.
And if Bravo caught that on camera, more power to them, because to be honest, not to bring up Phaedra, she was really the only housewife at the time that was bringing, you know, that stuff to the front, from the time, you know, from season 4 when she took the girls to Africa, to even doing the thing when they did the 50th anniversary march on Washington, and she had took Sheree and Kim and Porsha and all of them went there, and just bringing light to it. And then I guess when they decided to let Phaedra go, all that went out the window. So we
Mhm.
weren't bringing no light to, you know, Black Lives Matter. We weren't speaking on any of that on the show. So it's nice to see and be refreshing that Porsche is out there doing it. Now, I don't think she out there, I'm just going to set myself up to get arrested to get some clout for Bravo. No, not that. It's just nice to know that this is what she set out to do. This is her goal. And you can just see the maturity level from when she went on the Housewives season 5 to where she at now.
Mhm.
You can tell she even went through media training, all of that, to be able to talk the way she talks.
Yeah,
So
Dish
and she,
Nation. Her
yeah,
being on Dish Nation helped a whole lot too.
yeah, and I was like, wow, you know, so it proves that, you know, you can change and evolve as time goes on. Nick Cannon. I mean, I don't know what to say about it, because I really didn't see the statement, the comment that he had made or whatever. All I know is I was looking on my timeline from Instagram to Facebook. They were saying he was fired. So I'm like, what did he do? What did he say? And so, I mean, I really don't know what to say about it. I'm just like, okay, I know he was always a free thinker and he always spoke his mind,
Mhm.
but I guess they just, you got to be careful. Like I think the other gentleman, what was his name? Said, yeah, it's free speech, but you know, you pay a price for that speech at times.
Yep.
You have
I said it all the time. You
think.
know how many times I've been sued by people that I have written about in the past. And like I always say, freedom of speech isn't free. You got to be able to put your money where your mouth is sometimes. Like if I'm going to stand behind what I write or what I say, I got to be willing to fight for that in court. You know what I'm saying? It's like what it is sometimes.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. When you started talking about Kenya, I kind of turned the stream off and came back because I didn't even want to hear about her. I was just like, you know what? All I saw was the picture, and I was over it.
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't with your husband during the quarantine, and Cynthia was able to fly to LA to be with Mike, and you couldn't be with your husband during the quarantine, why you coming to New York or wherever you is, Jersey? I don't care, trying to fake it till you make it to prove something. Because you could have been with him all that time. But no, I don't know.
You're right. I was thinking the
I
same
don't know.
thing. I was like, is it me? Like, what is going on with Kenya and
Yeah.
I don't know.
That don't look right. That just looked all staged, and that's why I said, okay, I'll come back when she done. As soon as I came back, as soon as I noticed that you had started getting people to call in, I said, I came back just enough time. Because I'm like, I don't want to hear about this woman at all. I'm tired of her.
I had to give Kenya just a little bit. I had to give her a little bit.
I'm tired of it. You know, so. But that's all I got to say on that. Well, it was nice talking with you. And I'm glad I finally caught a live. This time I had been missing quite a bit of them. Because I know, I'm like, it was a whole lot of stuff. I watched the replays of some of your other lives that you had. I was like, I missed a whole lot. What is going on? I didn't know candy was an entanglement. That's the new word for 2020.
Yes, you know the entanglement is the new word, honey. They said Candy and Todd is in an entanglement. Nene and Greg is in an entanglement. Everybody is entangled. We got to figure out how to untangle all these entanglements.
I have to get on you. I got to get in that Patreon because I think you be giving out all the scoop from Patreon. I'm gonna need to get all the scoop.
Yeah, you need to come on over. Well, I appreciate you, Aisha. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome.
All right, goodbye. Hold on, I'm gonna take a few more. I see y'all came back here when I said it was okay to turn the camera off. Everybody popped in. Nina, you still echoing, girl. Supreme Nina. Hold on, let me see. Yep. Well, I won't say nothing. I won't say nothing. I'll let you talk.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stare. I just want to first start off by telling you, Miss ATLien, I owe you an apology because I was always I'm a fan of yours, but I'm a hater fan, you know? Because I would get mad because I'm fans of a lot of people. But today I realized that Kenya, she's the first Black woman to be Miss America or Miss USA or whatever. But she's not out here doing nothing for Black people now.
Mm.
But she uses the Miss Black America thing as something to make it seem like she's for Black people, but not doing it anymore. And I noticed and I watched that Porsha, what she's doing is real. Porsha might have been a little slow at the beginning and wasn't for, didn't know where the Underground Railroad was and all of those things like that. But Porsha's out there online. She's really out there in the line. She's really doing something. So he look and realize and see the things that you were saying and stuff and what you're doing, it has validity to it. And it makes sense. So now I'm side-eyed in Kenya because if you were so for the Black people, if you were so the first and all of this stuff, why don't you steal that? You flogging, you stunting, and I'm disappointed in her because I looked up to her for a long time, all my life as a kid, and for her now not to be here, and but you're right. Who just posted? I don't know if it's Miss USA or Miss America, but I knew she was the first Black besides Vanessa Williams, and she's not doing anything for us anymore. She used that cloud and she's been keeping it moving just out there on the line. We can call Porsha a little slow and all that stuff, but she's out there trying to make a difference. And I see you are too. So I just came here. I'm a real person to just apologize to you and tell you I love you. And from now on, I'm going to stay on the front line, for you. And I've always read your blogs and stuff. So I just wanted to, it's so much going on right now. I just wanted to basically just apologize to you personally. I might not never meet you in real life or see you in real life, but I never hate on you again. And I always wanted to do it myself and have it documented. And for you to see me, because you're a strong Black woman, you are doing a lot for us. You are entertaining us. You are, every day I be like, man, she ain't posting nothing today. I be bored. I don't be bored when you are my TV. You know how we watch ABC and NBC. You need to make a broadcast or a network called ATLien. You need your own thing because you're very entertaining. And you crack me up. You bring joy in my life. You help when I'm stressed out. And I just want to tell you thank you. And like I said again, I do apologize because I've said a few mean things in your comment lines. But I can come here and look at you and say, I'm sorry. And
okay.
I love you, and I love Josh too. And now sometimes you have to get to know a person better, and then once you get to know that person, you know who they really are, and I see the true you. You A1. Okay. So you keep doing what you're doing. Don't you give up. You keep making your money, and you keep doing what you're doing, sister. And I'm gonna keep watching. And when I log off and get my Patreon and pay and dedicate to you, so you can keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
That's all I want to say.
I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right, I just want to make sure I said it to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't want to echo Ms. Nina, but thank you so much for calling in. That was really sweet. And look, I apology accepted, even though it's unwarranted. You don't ever have to apologize to me, because I look, people gonna say what they feel. If you mad at me, you want to drag me in the comments, feel free to drag me in the comments. Like I always tell my moderators, to let the trolls troll, let the people who disagree. As long as we disagree with each other respectfully, I'm okay with you disagree with me. I am quite okay. But I appreciate you even being here. It's a blessing to even have people who care about what I have to say. So yeah, I appreciate it. I don't care what y'all say, how y'all get mad about me letting people talk. I let people talk because I want people to, have a voice. Shoot, I created my platform because I felt like I didn't have a voice. And so, if I want to sit here and just talk, I can sit here and just talk. Y'all have the right. Y'all can click off and come back later to the next person talk. Y'all be mad talking about people talk too long. But I digress. Tammy Dazzle, hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had myself on mute. Miss Nina got me all Michelle. Miss Nina got me all sentimental. So now I feel like I gotta apologize to you because I probably done put some comments on there, but it's all in fun shade in my defense because it's usually only about like the housewife stuff because I'm Team Candy, you Team Nene, blah blah blah. But that's fun shade. I called tonight on some real stuff because the Nick Cannon thing, I think that is a big deal for our community because I did not, in full disclosure, did not listen to the entire conversation. But what I heard was just that, a conversation. And I think where we are, and I'm sorry, I got sitting by my fan, so I'm not sure.
No, you sound fine.
Okay. From what I heard, it was a conversation. And where we are right now in this world, aren't we supposed to be promoting conversations?
I agree. Yes. Because that's where understanding starts, is with conversations. Okay.
And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I listened to the entire conversation that he was having with, I think the guy used to be in Public Enemy or something, or
Professor
whoever that was. I'm sorry. Okay. Forgive me. But it sounded to me, from what I heard, it sounded like they were having a conversation back and forth. And if people were offended by that, the only thing that I would have suggested, it would have been nice if they would have had a Jewish person in on that conversation with them. But other than that, it was a conversation. Did you listen to the whole thing? Am I missing something?
I did not listen to the whole thing. I did not. But I agree. When you say a Jewish person should have been there, that's just like saying all white people should monitor black people's conversations about race.
No. No, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying it. Like I said, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but if somebody were offended, I just don't understand how you can get offended by a conversation. I know it's off topic, but that's just like, and I'm pretty sure people gonna hate me for this, but that's like with the Megyn Kelly, when she said that she thought it would be okay for people to wear blackface if it was for Halloween. Mm-hmm. That was an ignorant comment, an ignorant statement, but it was a question, Mm-hmm. So, and she had a follow-up interview, and I believe it was Roland Martin had came on her show and truly educated her on it, had a deep conversation with her about it. Now, whether she really took it in or not, but this woman lost her job. Okay. I wasn't a fan. I just watched the shows. Only reason I saw that was because of that comment. But I guess what my point is I can't follow this whole cancel culture if we're having conversations and trying to learn, trying to educate ourselves, trying to educate others. If you go to firing everybody just because of a conversation, I don't see how we're going to make any progress.
I agree.
I just don't get it.
I agree. And that's why I said it was almost like they were laying in wait, waiting for him to make a mistake. Because why
100%.
fire him off the rip instead of, you know, having a conversation about it on the low, like they could have called them up. We don't like what you said. You know what I mean? Instead of like this public proclamation of we denouncing Nick Cannon, he's off all our networks, and you know.
Well, because now we got you. We got you. Y'all been screaming Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Everybody getting fired because they make any kind of comment that warranted or not warranted against Black people. They fired, canceled, they're done. Now we got you. You know, it says something about Jewish people. So, which I felt like it was a conversation. I got to listen to the whole thing, I guess, because I'm missing something. I am not a dumb person at all.
Yeah. I mean, but again, who are we to tell other people, you know, how to be offended? You know what I'm saying? So that's what, you know, we always talk about on YouTube when, you know, the women tell the gays that they're offended by fish or vice versa. And then the gays tell the women, well, don't be offended because we use this term. But then it's like, how can you tell somebody when and why to be offended? So if the Jewish people or a whole group of people are saying that they're offended by what he said, we gotta listen, don't we?
Right. You got a point. Yeah, I see that side as well. I do. But so I thank you, and I won't take too much.
That doesn't mean that, you know, we can't talk about certain things, because I do believe that everybody has the right to discuss. But, you know, people are saying that, you know, like I said, I haven't heard the entire podcast or the entire radio show, but people are saying that he wasn't like creating a debate. He was stating things as fact. And, you know, again, I haven't heard it, so I don't know what he said, but yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Anyway. You know, my thing is he's apologized. He says he's meeting with rabbis. He's open to getting history lessons and moving forward and learning and growing. And really, that's all you can expect from anybody, including
white. Isn't that all we're asking from everybody right now anyway?
Yes, exactly. Yes. So that's all we can do.
Well, we agree there, Michelle.
We do agree.
Thank you for talking to me,
Tammy Dazzle. Thank you for calling me.
All right. Okay, you have a good night. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye. Alaka, you up next, Alaka. Hey, friend.
Hey, Michelle. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm good. I see your lovely new hairstyle. Looking forward to see how it's going to look like.
Thank
you. Good. I love it.
Yeah, I like it.
How long did you have to sit down for doing that?
Like 3 hours. It wasn't that long.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. So yeah, very interesting conversation tonight. Let's start with Kenya, since she's kind of the least, you know, in terms of
the least important on the agenda.
Yeah, to be honest, because it's kind of like fluff, isn't it? I mean, with Kenya, the problem is she has given a lot of people reason to doubt her whenever she says things and does things. And so it's really hard. Sometimes you do want to back for her being a Black person, but at the same time, she gives us way too many reasons to doubt her actions. We don't know what's real. We don't know what's pretend. And her having to travel all the way to New York City with her daughter, when New York City has got like the highest rate of COVID-19, I think that is such a dumb move, in my opinion, because you're now putting your child at risk. You're going to a place where you're openly having to travel with your small child and risking yourself, your health, you know, because we don't know if she's got any underlying, you know, health issues. Just so you can prove to the world that you are in good terms with your husband. I mean, we already knew that you were in Atlanta and he was there. That's fine. We kind of like accepted that and moved on from that. So I don't know what she's trying to do with this. It makes no sense to me at all.
Well, you know, the season's about to start up. So I just suspect she's just trying to create some buzz, because nobody's talking about Kenya. And even, you know, even when Nene's still being in negotiations, everybody's still talking about Nene. She's still on shows. She's still promoting this, that, and the third. You know, look, Porsha's in the news now. Hell, Sheree in the news, and she ain't even on the show. You know, somebody was in my DMs the other day and said Sheree must be mad because Porsha stole her shine about the whole COVID announcement, because her COVID, and I didn't even hear the announcement, but apparently she's supposed to be starting some video diary of her COVID. I don't know, child, but whatever.
Maybe she'll be more smart this time then. I don't know, because listen. That's just what I think. But you know what? Just what the other lady said actually about Kenya, like she won. I get them confused, Miss America, Miss USA, and she's actually done nothing with the platform. There's loads of pageant winners who've done amazing things. That's the whole point of being in a beauty pageant. Yes, it might be about the aesthetics at first, but it's what you do after that matters even more. Because as a beauty queen or whatever, they try to put you in a world where you are tackling things like philanthropy. You know, you're there to kind of inspire other young women. But if you go and do it, you win, and all you have to do is keep rubbing it in people's faces. Well, I was the second Miss Black, blah blah blah, and yet you're still not doing anything but dirty tricks on a reality show. That, for me, it speaks volumes about the type of person who, whether you're worth looking up to or not. And I feel like she hasn't shown us, she hasn't proved to us that she's actually worth looking up to. Period. You know. But yeah, let me anyways move away from Kenya more. With with Porsha Williams, I think people need to give her a break. Okay, you need to be able to allow people to grow. Obviously, when Porsha first came on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and got introduced to the world, she was this ditzy person who thought the Underground Railroad was literally a literal one. But I think she's grown from there. I think she's educated herself from there. And, you know, let's bear in mind, she is the youngest cast member, right? She has been the youngest cast member, and a lot of them were so much older than her and have had time to grow and be wise about what's going on about their surroundings. Whereas Porsha was all about the money and the fame and the clout at first, you know. And I think now she's kind of growing into her own and understanding better what her grandfather sacrificed and his plight against racism. And so I think she's slowly trying to fill those shoes, so to speak. You know, she won't obviously be able to entirely do it, but she's trying her best to kind of honor her grandfather. But also, I think as a Black person, and someone I think who's got a child now, she's probably seeing it in a bigger picture, where she's like, oh my gosh, what if this happened to my daughter? You know, when you have a child, I think it kind of changes the perspective, because you're not worried just about yourself. It's not just about self-preservation. You have to think, oh my gosh, I've got a whole child out there. If I send my child out there, are they going to get attacked? Are they going to get shot? You know, and so you have to be the change that you want to see. And maybe she's trying to do that. And so people need to give us some slack. Yes, we understand there's a new season coming up and everything, and it could potentially be part of a storyline, but why not? You know, a couple of people have said earlier on, even Chuck said it, why not? Why not showcase on Bravo what actually matters to the Black community, what actually truly inspires the Black community? At the end of the day, if you want to keep seeing fighting and screaming and shouting and pulling each other's wigs, there's Love and Hip Hop. You can, there's that. We don't, not every reality show that Black people are in have to be about dragging each other and fighting all the time. We have to have something else to look up to. Come on now.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So give us some slack.
That's why, I told you I had heard that they had filmed on Juneteenth. You know, I know they were all in separate locations and doing other things, but I know they at least may have filmed some pickup scenes. So I feel like whether they incorporate that in the season or start with that, that kind of set the tone of, you know, them using Atlanta Housewives to talk about, you know, maybe some important things this season. Who knows?
Yeah, so people give her a chance, allow her to grow the same way you want people allow you to grow and mature and be wiser. Allow this woman to grow. At the end of the day, we need as much representation, positive representation, as we possibly can get. And if Porsha is willing to do that, let her. Do you know what I mean? Let her, you know. But yeah, moving on to Nick Cannon. I honestly feel like they were just looking for an opportunity to give him the boot. It's honestly that simple. I understand that his comments and his statement might have appeared anti-Semitism, but like I honestly feel like he did not. How can I put it? He wasn't trying to put out a slur towards Jewish people, right? He wasn't trying to. He was basically trying to reinforce who Black people are, because at the end of the day, there are Black people who are Jews. Back in the day, there were Jews that were Black. You know, and so maybe he might have decided to make it like only Black people, which wasn't incorrect. But the fact that he was incorrect in his statement does not necessarily, I think, warrant for him to be completely fired and to lose his baby, to lose something that he basically built from the ground up. I think they're constantly looking for an opportunity to make sure that we stay down. And I think, remember, we had a conversation a couple of lives before where I said that we don't know what happens behind the scenes in the struggle that our Black people go through when they finally make it in order to open doors for us, you know, and because the gatekeepers are not necessarily the Black people, but it's the people who actually do not want the Black people to dominate these platforms, right? And so Nick Cannon has built a platform that actually has, and someone has mentioned earlier as well, has been able to bring up a lot of people. It's given so many Black people, so many people from different cultures, different backgrounds. It's given them a leg basically to be able to put themselves out there, and they're become very, very successful. And so they are looking at this and they're like, how do we stop it? He's doing everything right. He's doing everything right. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't putting a foot wrong. And so any opportunity that they could have found, they found it. And I think, you know, if we talk about institutional racism, this is it. Blatantly in our faces, faces.
And Hollywood is notorious for it. I mean, we've seen it time and time again when it comes to, you know, actors, actresses, and, you know, people in Hollywood. So, I mean, I feel like, you know, like you said, Nick had too many opportunities, too much power, and they were just looking for a reason. Let's take at least one of these jobs away from him because, you know, he's got a lot going on.
Quite frankly, I think someone should start a petition, or we should all just sign it to say give Nick his job back, or something like that. Because at the end of the day, if this, Mr. Woods, I think mentioned, if this is a time for us to act, this is it. You know, or was it Reese who said it? Sorry, guys. This is it. This is our time to act and really back our own. He has been able to give jobs to so many people. And so for something like that to be taken away, the other opportunity, obviously, is for him to establish his own platform. The sky is the limit at the end of the day. When one door closes, another can simply open, but it requires us to be supportive and not just speak. But when they say, hey, share this, if that share is going to mean something, that share is going to mean that the platform grows, let's do it. Do you know what I mean? We should be about action and not just talk.
You're right. Well,
but
thank you so much.
That's everything I have to say.
As always, you are a genius. I appreciate everything you had to say tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Looking lovely as always.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to keep harassing you.
I was going to Patreon, but it's getting later and later, so I don't know. I'm going to take these last 2 calls and call it a day.
All right, let me leave the studio and go to the chat.
All right, thank you. Bye. Hold on. Let me see. I got Ann Grace and the other one. I gotta take Ann Grace first. Let me get her in here and then I'll get you last. Can you hold? Okay, hold on. Hey, Ann Grace and the other one. Ann, you echoing. I gotta take Ann Grace first. Let me get her in here and then Ann, you echoing. Hello?
Okay,
hold on.
Hey, how are you?
You echoing.
I'm echoing. Let me turn this one down.
Hold on. Let me give her an opportunity to turn her computer down. You ready, Ann?
That's better, right?
Yes, that's much better.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna be very fast. First, I'm gonna say with the Nick Cannon, since I really didn't get listen to the whole interview, I'm not gonna make no whole thing about it, but I do want to say that was the point I was making before about why I'm not an advocate for the cancel me culture, because we use it for everything. Like when people make a mistake, or when, like the other person says, conversations, we're not allowing people to make a mistake, to grow from it. So I just wanted to say that about the Nick thing. And then moving right along to Kenya really quickly, I have the same photo from New Jersey of that skyline. So I don't think she's in she couldn't be in New York, because I was in New Jersey, same place to have that same photo. So I don't think I don't know. It's probably her storyline, but she's definitely not exactly in New York. And then I'm gonna get to Porsha, because I just want to say, Porsha, I am so super proud of Porsha. I have been tooting her horn. I am just so proud of her, because she's a great example of people being able to evolve, people being able to grow. And I really do believe that she has taken on that mantle of her grandfather and chosen to just stand up and say, this is going to be the thing I'm going to do. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Porsha in these civil rights kind of movements that's going on. And so I'm really proud of her. And I want to say that with Breonna Taylor, we kind of started forgetting about her. Like, she was not being spoken about, and she helped to bring Breonna back up in the light. Like, okay, let's get this justice for her, because we women, we be on the front line for all these men, but sometimes the women, they do get forgetting about it. I'm saying it all wrong, but
no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, so she was one of the ones that said, come on, you guys, we gotta not forget about her. We gotta get justice for her. So I am super, super, super proud of Porsha. So whether people think she's fake or her intentions is wrong, she is making change. She got people making phone calls. She got people protesting. So regardless of what her intention is, it's making a change in the right direction. That's it, and I love you, and you looking fly.
Thank you so much, Ann Grace. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Well, I had one more caller in the back, and then they popped off. Hold on. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to hang up. Okay, you guys. So I guess that's the end of my show. Let me see if y'all have any questions in the comment section right now. Let me go in the comments real quick. I can't even find the comments. Hold on. Call back. They ran away. Exactly. They thought I was gonna be on a long time. You said come to Patreon, Reese. Okay. Well, look, I've been running around all day. Y'all want me to come to Patreon for real? What are we going to talk about on Patreon? Patreon you, Michelle. What does that mean, Tisha? Patreon you. What does that mean? Hold on. He back. Child. Look, you got 2 seconds to say something offensive and I'm going to hang up on you. So are you calling to apologize to everybody? What are you calling for? Because everybody like, not Josh. Don't What do you want? Just Superstar Carter.
Well, I don't know what you will be referring to. But did you get my text? Do you want to ride with me?
No, I'm not going out tonight. It is 1 a.m. I don't have anywhere to go at 1 a.m.
Peter and Apollo there.
Good for Peter and Apollo. Is that why you called?
Well, I mean, kind of no, but wait, hold on. I sense a lot of hate in this chat, and they're saying no, Josh.
We just trying to figure out what's going on, Josh. You called in. I thought you might have had something to say, since in my breaking news video you had so much to say that Margarita was talking.
It was the couple of pictures of margaritas. I had maybe like 8 or 9 drinks in. But I think, if I remember correctly, I stand behind everything I said. I'm ready to make America great again.
You stand behind everything that you said. You were making fun of Porsha.
Well, I think Porsha is doing this for clout. I apologize. I mean, a lot of people can be proud of Porsha.
So wait a minute. Are you apologizing, or are you saying she's doing it for clout? Get it together now. One or the other.
Tell you why I think she's doing it for clout?
I said, are you apologizing, or are you saying she's doing it for clout? Which one? Can you hear me?
I stick to whatever I said. I don't remember what I said, but I stick to it. It's like it's going in and out.
Okay, we'll go ahead. What do you have to say, Josh? Go ahead. They said stand 10 toes down. What you got to say, Josh?
What's going on? That's it. I'm done. That's it. I've been bullied from the aliens, and it's okay. I'm being bullied.
Nobody's even saying that. I'm trying to let you have your little speech.
Michelle is putting a Viacom
before I go. Huh?
I feel like that Black America's trying to bully me.
Well, Josh, we're not bullying you. We accept your point of view, and I mean, we accept Republicans and Democrats
Well,
over
thank
here.
you. My phone probably go in because
So
everybody keep calling me about going out. That's probably why my phone going in and out.
we'll go out. Make sure you protect yourself and wear a mask.
Come out with me. I'm gonna pick
I'm
you
not
up.
going out with you.
I'm gonna pick
You
you
are
up.
quarantined for 14 days. I can't see you for 14 days. I need to make sure you are clean, honey. I am not. You're not going nowhere.
It's gonna be outside.
I'm done going out with you.
Well, hang up. Tell these people goodbye so I can call you so I can gossip.
Okay, well, I thank you so much for calling, Joshua. Let me end my show. You don't have anything else to say?
All right.
You have nothing else to say?
Yes. Okay, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna leave it alone. I was about to go there, but never mind.
Good night.
All right, bye.
Oh gosh, I don't know what's going on with Josh. I don't know if he got exposed to the Rona. I don't know what happened. I don't want to go. It's too late at night. The corona be out after dark. I could go in the daytime because I feel like the sun will ease, will kind of kill the coronavirus. So I can sit outside on the deck up on the rooftop. But I'm not going out at night. I know nobody want to be out at night in Atlanta. No, he was so unnecessary. See, y'all be bullying Po Josh. Y'all go support my squad members. We have several of squad members in the building. If you are on my community tab, I normally put a lot of them on my community tab. But Laka, I got to put your book and your link. I keep forgetting because I had the link somewhere and then I didn't have it when I was trying to find it. I found it again. I'm going to put the link to your book up on the community tab. But Laka wrote a book about depression. We talked about it on Patreon. So y'all go support her, Alaka TV. Y'all go support Glock Topics. He is building his channel. He's one of my loyal squad members. Y'all go support Just a Superstar. Y'all see he have a lot to say, child. Josh's YouTube channel is Just a Superstar. Super. I don't know if it's super or super. I mean, anyway, super. There it is, Ilaka. Click on these people's names and go over to their channels and see what they're doing. And let them know that I sent you. Who else we got? We got Princess AGTV. She has a channel. She did a video today in support of me, and I'm like, Lord, she'd have pulled all the receipts, honey. It made me feel bad. I had the video of me walking through the townhouse. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I am about to get in my bed, child. I am not going out. Not tonight. My uncle gave me a good bottle of wine. I'm about to drink some wine, and I'm going to watch. I'm going to tell y'all what I'm about. Oh, I had some cash apps. Hold on. Thank you, Katrina Monroe Anderson, for the cash app. She said, for love you, Michelle. Keep up the good work. Let me go ahead and thank these people who also gave super chats because I ain't even been looking. Hold on. Michelle Johnson, thank you. Cirilla Lowe, NINO WRYHT, Stephanie for you. Thank all of you. Jinx Taylor said, I was undercover on a G14 investigation. I missed so much. Jinx been undercover. Oh my God. Lucienda upgraded her membership. Thank you so much, Lucienda. Shadow Lazay is a new member. Unique is beautiful. Thank you so much. Inez Williams said, hey, you keep it up. Jacqueline Reeves said, keep it up. Look at these super stickers. Oh my God. Trina M. Have to support the blog goddess. You look beautiful. Thank you, Trina. Kenya Ford, thank you. Say, I love your hair. I can't catch you live, but I watch your videos. We'll be working overnight. Thank you. I appreciate all of you who have tuned in tonight. Now y'all trying to make me go to Patreon. Oh, child. I'm gonna do. How about we do this? I'm gonna do an early Patreon tomorrow. I'm gonna do it like an afternoon Patreon. I need to get my look. I'm trying to be like Chuck. I gotta get my damn sleeping habit habits back on track. I can't be up all night and sleeping all day. I don't want to do that. That mess up your damn metabolism. Mouth open story jump out. Just send me a super chat. Hold on, what you say? For watching you from the sky. Thank you so much, Mouth Open Story Jump Out. Y'all are great. You said, come on, Michelle. Damn. Y'all be trying to work me hard. I promise y'all 3 live videos at least a week. And I'll be on there almost every day. Y'all be getting me for that $5. Y'all, let me stop. Oh, hold on. I appreciate all of y'all on Patreon. I still owe y'all a twerk video. I do. We gonna get that together. And yeah. It was something I was going to talk about. Y'all just made me forget because I started thanking everybody. But I appreciate all of you who have tuned in. Oh, and don't forget, Princess AG did a video. Support Juno. Support Jazzbell has a channel. Glock Topics has a channel. Laka TV has a channel. Anybody else who has a channel, go ahead and, self-promote, do all of that. I appreciate all of y'all because y'all have been holding me down. Also, if you're watching this, feel free to leave some comments in the chat, in the comment section, and let me know what you thought about today's topics, which was Nick Cannon being booted from Viacom CBS and issuing an apology and keeping his job at The Masked Singer. We talked about Porsha. We watched her MSNBC interview, and we also talked about Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore was filler, of course, and there is that. Let me see what else. Oh, y'all is really protesting in here. Support Kenya Moore haircare. Okay. I want you to grow, Michelle, but it appears that more trolls and snitches are subscribing to Patreon. Not a safe space. It's not a safe space. We can't gossip because Michelle won't go on Patreon. Oh my gosh. What's your channel name? And is Juno on here? Jazzy Bell's channel name. Click on her name. I think that's her channel name. Yes, I'm a twerk on Patreon. East at ATL. You better get over there. Support Bingeworthy. Exactly. Look, Bingeworthy don't need no support. He run YouTube. But yes, support Bingeworthy, Justin Diego. I appreciate all of my friends and family. They are like family to me. So shout out to all of them. You said 30 minutes and it's $5. Y'all are funny. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all ain't gonna bully me like y'all bully Josh. Y'all be bullying people. Hold on, let me get my speaker together. Stop bullying people. And this is no laughing matter. We are no longer going to laugh at Porsha. We got to take Porsha seriously. Even if you didn't know what the Underground Railroad is, you know what protesting is, we got to support her. We got to hold her in the greater esteem. Y'all better support our girls. Y'all better. Thank you so much, Jill Grant. Thank you. Think about it. Candy, Nene, Marlo, Cynthia never really supported her. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Okay. So if you haven't already, go ahead and like this video. Like it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber already. And don't forget to visit straightfromtheA.com. I may surprise y'all and drop a blog post one day. Let y'all know what's really going on in these streets. Good night, you guys.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien. Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien. ATLien.